So I want to talk to you about the energies. They are coming in fast and furious, and they're not going to stop. We will get used to it more and more, but I want you to understand, I want you to see yourself like a container. As these higher energies come in, they're hitting our lower aspects, the hidden stuff, the traumas, the programming that doesn't serve us anymore, anything that we're holding and not moving through is what it is hitting right now. So what that's doing to us, wow, can be really uncomfortable. But think about a fish tank. So you clean a fish tank, but if you don't scrape those rocks at the bottom and get all that muck churning up, you haven't completely cleaned the fish tank. You have on the surface, the water looks clear, but the minute that you stir, then all the muck comes up and then you see it and you're like, oh gosh, that wasn't really clean. That's pretty much what these energies are doing. They are stirring us because we're clear and everything like that when it's calm. But when it starts churning, you find that underneath, there was a whole lot there that still needed to be dealt with. And I know so many of you are exhausted and you're just like, I've been doing this for years. I am done. And I get that. I do. I get it completely. And I'm going to say to you, keep going. Moment by moment, step by step. And understand that what's happening as these higher energies come in, the soul is working to embody in. And so you're going to have what I call like these ping pong moments, where it's one moment, your soul is saying, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. It's all going to work out. You just have to have trust. Don't get lost in the fear out there. Just stay centered, stay within. You're going to be just fine. And then at the same time, we have the human going, what the fuck is happening? I'm lost. I'm scared. Nothing feels the same. It is all and it is both. Okay? And so what we have to do is allow that soul aspect, that calming, beautiful part of us, to talk to the parts of us that are panicked or that are exhausted, and really help it to go, we've got this. We've got this. And the more that we allow our soul to talk to the rest of our parts, the more our soul anchors in. The more it is able to get in there, and you're going to find that that becomes the dominant voice. And it will help you get through things. So my middle one left this morning at 4:30 in the morning to begin her cross-country journey with my grandson and my son-in-law. He has gotten a job in North Carolina, and it's a big trip. It's 3 days driving. And I've had people reach out and go, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And, you know, the truth is, I am okay. There are times when my mama heart is like, oh, I'm not going to see them until Christmas time. I'm used to having her here all the time. And then there is this soul part of me that comes in that is just at peace and knows that this is the best thing for them. And in that knowing comes the allowing of, I don't need to fuss and get lost in all the drama of my child moving across country. I can just sit in the excitement and the happiness for her and for her expression. So we have to kind of work these energies the same way. We have to go, you know what? These energies are coming in and I'm really finding that I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't understand what's happening. And then allow the soul to come in and say, we've got this. You don't need to know the exact details. You don't need to control this process. What you need to do is let go and let it become the dominant voice. And that is going to help us get through. These energies are unlike anything we've seen. And they really are designed to dig up the muck, to dig up our shadow. And it's important work. And we just have to be observant enough to notice what is going on We have to question everything. That if you're feeling angry, why? Why am I angry? Get to the bottom of it. And then when your mind comes up with the excuse why you're angry, well, why would that make you angry? And keep going, keep going, keep going. Because oftentimes you may find that the emotion that you're feeling and how you've categorized it is not actually the truth. The true emotion that needs to be seen is hidden under there. And it's kind of like defense mechanisms. You've got to get through your own defense mechanisms so that you can get to what is the piece that's being defended. And I know that this is a rough time. And I would love to say to you that, why, yes, it's going to get completely better. It's not. You're going to heal more and more. You're going to excavate the parts of you that don't really belong anymore. You've changed, you've grown. And so now, these are what I call the rescue missions. You're going to dive down into your darkness, into your shadow, into the muck and the trauma, and you're going to pull those pieces back up. You have the choice. You can get lost down there. You can get lost in the muck, but you don't have to. So if you come from the higher perspective of, you know what? I see you. I feel you. I can honor you. And now I want you to understand we don't have to follow that programming. We don't have to get lost in these emotions anymore. There is a choice. Talk to yourself that way. See what that shifts inside you as you are going through these energies. And I want you to understand that sometimes what these energies pull up is a feeling of being unsafe, insecure, not really having that place and that presence. And so I want you to be careful of big decisions you're making. Like I was talking to a friend about moving, and it's not that moving is an issue. The question is she moving because she's feeling insecure where she is? And therefore that's that root chakra, that lower space to where she's got some of her own stuff? Or is she moving towards something through the heart chakra with joy? So whenever you're making a decision, are you doing it from the space of fear, the space of insecurity, or are you doing it because your heart is filled and you're leaping for joy to the next opportunity, to the next thing in your life? So watch that, because right now and for quite a bit of time coming up, we're going to have the safety, security, place in the world, all of that is going to come up. So make sure that when you are making decisions, that you're making them from the place of the heart and higher, not the root chakra and lower. Okay. And I think that that's going to help you if you can categorize that. What is my motivation? Am I doing this because I'm afraid of what could be coming? Or am I doing this because I'm really ready for a change? I'm really ready for a switch. It's interesting. This world is going to get louder. The fear is going to be more rampant. Fear is yummy. And when we are in fear, we are just contracted. We're in the lower chakras of like, oh, I'm not going to be okay. It's the survival, right? And it takes us out of the heart and all the higher chakras. So be very careful with what you're putting your attention on during this time, because we're feeding constantly. We're feeding something we are against, or we're feeding something we are for. And it is our choice. Where do we put that energy? Where do we put our time? Because all of it is precious. I think it's one of the most valuable freedoms out there is our energy, and where are we putting it? So just a couple notes on this energy, and as more information comes in, I will be sharing that. But just know that you're not alone, and it's going to come in waves. So you may be down for a couple days, and then you're going to feel a lot better, and then it comes in down, and it is going to be that roller coaster for a time. And that's okay. Just know that when you're feeling low and you're feeling down, it's a rescue mission. And when you're up, it's the time to really shift and create and build. All right, everybody. Have a good day.